Spring is in the air, and we're enjoying it in the town of Sandwich. Hello everyone, it's Jenny from WeNeedaVacation.com. Welcome to EsCape TV, where each episode we get you back to the Cape and Islands. Today we're in Sandwich, and let's find out what's happening in the oldest town on Cape Cod.
There's so many great things in Sandwich. I have been, until recently, a resident here for 25 years, and it's just amazing how much history and beauty that this town has. It's incredible. Sandwich is the oldest town on Cape Cod, and when you come over the bridge, it's the first town that you come to, which is wonderful. So within the village, and it's all very walkable, we have historic town hall, which was renovated in the last, I think about 10 years ago. It's absolutely beautiful. It was the original town hall. And from there, you just walk around to the grist mill, the Shawn Pond, we have the Hoxie House, all the old houses, again, historic designations, again, walkable from downtown in the village, but then short ride in your car over to Merchant Square, which is another beautiful area, and you can walk down to the canal from there as well. We do have the Sandwich Marina, and that is also a beautiful place to go, and it's the beginning of the canal. So the canal is in Sandwich, it goes down to Bourne, but you start from there and you can walk the canal. It's again, we just recently celebrated 100 years of the canal. The other wonderful place to go in Sandwich is the boardwalk. There's a beautiful boardwalk that, again, you can walk from the village. It's about a mile away, and it's a lovely walk down. And it's a piece of history, although it has been damaged a number of times and rebuilt. And it really rebuilt with the help of the residents and businesses who have put up the money to buy planks. So it's fun to walk along the marsh, over the marsh, I should say, on the boardwalk to see all the businesses and individuals who paid money for a plank, and you read them as you go. And the best part is when you get through to the end, you're walking up over the hill, and there you are standing there looking at the ocean.
As we said off the top, Sandwich is one of the oldest towns on Cape Cod, and with that comes a lot of history. Believe it or not, one of the things Sandwich is best known for is its glassmaking.
Finding and picking up sea glass on the beach is a tradition as old as time. But in the oldest town on the Cape, visitors are seeking out gorgeous glass at the Sandwich Glass Museum. The museum has relit the fires in Sandwich, with a glass furnace for hourly glass-making presentations and new exhibits to better tell the story of the glass industry in Sandwich. The old Boston and Sandwich Glass Company facility, once the cornerstone of the glass-blowing, pressing, and cutting industries, was preserved by the Sandwich Historical Society at the turn of the century. Now a museum, the site boasts both historical and modern displays of glass art and features almost 6,000 pieces of glass produced at the Boston and Sandwich Glass Company between 1825 and 1888. While they aren't able to completely recreate that booming smoking glass factory, visitors are able to feel the heat during those demonstrations that happen every hour. Watch the glass blower turn and twist the hot glass into wonderful forms with ease. And when you do, visions of those former days will not be so difficult to understand or imagine.
From the old to the new, Sandwich has it all. Here's a new business that mixes the best of both.
Like a lot of people, I enjoy shopping. But visiting the new location of Modern Vintage on Main Street in Sandwich sent me into a shopping nirvana I didn't know existed. The shop, the way it was decorated, the merchandise, the overall space was just beautiful. Doing exactly what their name claims, this shop mixes gorgeous modern housewares and decor with rustic found ephemera. Started 7 years ago by two local Sandwich natives, Kristen and Cara have successfully created a beautiful new store in the heart of Old Sandwich. From reclaimed furniture to clothing, framed art to custom pillows, this store has a little bit of everything.
So we have like a sandwich pillow. That was one of my first items I created, and Kristen has done, you know, a ton of sandwich signs, zip code signs, quotes about the beach, and people love that.
And if you're newly engaged, you have to check out the bridal shop upstairs. With feminine touches everywhere, a wall full of lace and tulle, and a stationery section featuring some of the most gorgeous, one-of-a-kind designs I've ever seen, this space is truly fit for a princess. Modern but with a classic vintage feel, this store is definitely a must-shop when visiting the town of Sandwich.
Every town on Cape Cod has beautiful beaches, and Sandwich is no exception. Let's head to the boardwalk.
There's always a great debate over which beach is the best on the Cape, but for many, all you have to do is cross the bridge, or in this case, the boardwalk. Most people are familiar with the Sandwich Boardwalk. It's a little over 1,300 feet that leads you over the marsh and was recently chosen by National Geographic as one of the top 10 boardwalks in the US. Now, while the boardwalk is an absolute must-see for anyone staying in the area, where it leads you is actually just as cool. Town Neck Beach boasts some of the coolest views on the Cape, as you can get a clear look at the entrance of Cape Cod Canal with plenty of boats to watch. The water is also incredibly calm at this beach, making it perfect for swimming. And you can't talk about the beaches in Sandwich without mentioning beach houses. You'll absolutely fall in love with the cute cottages and beautiful beach homes that line the shore in Sandwich. Property 3099 is one of those homes that you absolutely have to see for yourself. The Nautilus is an expansive 8-room home that sits on a sand dune overlooking a portion of East Sandwich Beach that is private. And those views? Well, they're absolutely stunning, and just about every room in the house has one. You can't help but open the sliding doors to smell the salt air and hear the waves roll in. You may have even seen this shot from us before. It's actually the boardwalk and steps that lead you from this cottage right to the ocean. So watch the sun rise and set, walk the beach, collect sand dollars from the sandbars, spend time swimming, and watch the waves and relax into this special place. Another beach that is simply spectacular is Sandy Neck Beach. Like most bayside beaches, when the tide rolls out, you can walk out for what seems like miles. It's also a huge attraction for ORV enthusiasts, as the dunes offer the perfect trail to weave your way up and down and in and out on the way to the beach. So whether you're just taking a stroll over the boardwalk or lucky enough to wake up to a view like this every morning, it's tough to beat the beaches in Sandwich.
Well, that's all for this episode. If you liked this one, remember you can find the rest on our website or social media channels. We'll see you next time.